You put your home on the market and the first offer comes in, but it makes your stomach drop because it's way below asking. It might be from an investor or just a buyer who wants a really good deal, but it feels insulting. Before you toss it aside, I think that you should take a second look. It could actually be the start of a deal. You just might not notice it yet. And today we're going to talk about what you should do if you get a lowball offer. In the first quarter of 2025, about 27% of all home sales went to investors. That means that about 1 in every 4 homes was sold to somebody who wasn't intending to make it their home. Now, most investor deals are perfectly legitimate, but there are times when sellers lose out because they don't have all the facts in front of them. Let's talk about when a lowball offer might make sense to entertain and when it makes sense to just walk away. The first point I want to talk about is evaluating the offer, not the emotion that's attached with it. It's easy to get offended and take a lowball offer personally, but don't. Investors buy homes based off math. That means repair costs, resale value, what the debt structure looks like. There's a lot of things that go into play when an investor is putting a deal together. It's important that you look at the facts and ask your agent a couple questions. Is it a cash offer? What contingencies does the offer include? What's the timeline of the offer? And how quickly can they close? A low offer that doesn't have a lot of contingencies and is hassle-free could still be a good deal. On the flip side, a lowball offer that still has all the contingencies and all the hassle of a regular offer might not be the right deal for you. It could drag things out and cost you more money in the long run. So step back, take a breath, and reevaluate the offer. The second thing you should do is run the math yourself. A low price doesn't always mean it's a bad deal. Ask your agent to run a net sheet for you and ask what the difference is between maybe $15,000 here or there, and make sure you know what you'd be walking away with. Things to take into consideration are the balance of any loans you currently have on the property, repair concessions and holding costs, and the time you'd save with a quick closing. Sometimes a lowball offer can actually net you more money if you might have a property that might take longer to sell. Cash in your pocket today is worth more than it is in the future. You won't have the holding costs of the property if it closes quickly. If you stayed on the market and went a few more months, you'd still have those carrying costs, such as utility bills, maintenance costs, and any debt service that you have to pay. Making sure that you have these numbers in black and white can give you clarity on whether or not this deal makes sense to you. Of course, if your home is very marketable, it's in great shape, and it's priced well, a lowball offer probably isn't the way to go. Your agent will help guide you through the process and evaluate the offer to make sure that you're making the right decision. Third key point is when you should consider an investor offer right off the bat. If you get an investor offer, don't dismiss it right away. Even if the numbers seem low, sometimes just a counter can get you back in the right place. There's a good chance that the investor's first offer is not their highest and best. If they get back to you quickly, adjust their terms, and raise their number, it's a good indication that you might be on the right path to a good negotiation process. You might actually be dealing with an investor who's motivated to buy, but they were just fishing for that lower price. If they don't respond to a counter, it means they probably weren't the right buyer for your home. I advise all my clients to almost always counter just about every offer we receive with terms and price that make sense for them. My job is to keep the conversation going and making sure that my clients are taken care of and that their needs are met. If you don't keep the conversation going and you just go quiet on a buyer that submitted an offer on your property, you'll never know what they might have been willing to pay. So did you consider an investor lowball offer? I don't know, but if we looked at your situation, it's important that you take into consideration the 3 things that I just spoke about. If it fits your goals and timeline, why not? The key here is to analyze and negotiate, not to give in to your emotions. If you've received an unsolicited cash offer on your home, give us a call. We're happy to walk you through the steps of what makes a good offer and how we can help you make sure that your needs and your goals are achieved. We can help you run the numbers and help you decide whether or not it makes sense to move forward. Let's make sure that your next move is the right one. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, my name is Joe Gibbs with the Boulder Home Source team here at RE/MAX Alliance, and we're here for you if you're thinking of selling your home. Give us a call.